Yes. Good evening. Good evening, and a very, very warm welcome to all of you. There's a bike passing by. Welcome to Indian Kamishibai Association's monthly story box. So this is a very beautiful and a wonderful style of storytelling, which uses picture cards to tell stories. So many of you know about Kamishibai. For some, it's new. So it's been a wonderful journey. Way back in 1920s, this art form was started in Japan, and we're so proud that today we are all sitting here in India, and we are, integrating Kamishibai, which is a Japanese street storytelling format, to in 2026 in these Zoom, and we're telling Indian stories, we're telling stories from around the world. So that's amazing for me. That's something very beautiful. Indian Kamishibai Association was founded in 2021 during the World Kamishibai Day on December 7th. And since then, it's been a fantastic journey. We have come up with so many wonderful, initiatives, ideas, learning spaces, and international Kamishibai practitioners who have joined us and taken workshops for us, spoken to us about their work. So it's been a great journey. And we, of course, have the presence on our social media, which is Facebook and Instagram. So do look us up. It will give you, Facebook largely has the entire journey starting from day one to today. So with that little bit about Kamishibai and about Indian Kamishibai Association. Yes, my name is Ramya Srinidhi, and I am super excited to be here with all of you. And we have a wonderful lineup of stories today. So I will hand it over to Seema, who will be telling you more about the monthly story box and the wonderful tellers who are there for you. At the end of the stories, we will, probably, in case you have anything to share, we can share and then continue with the next story. Over to you, Seema.
Yeah. Yes. Hi everyone. My name is Seema Karanth, and yes, I am a fellow co-conspirator along with Ramya, who happens to bring this monthly story box every month, as is obvious. So what happened is a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, we decided that although there were so many people wanting to do Kamishibai storytelling, there was no platform to kind of hone their skills or to just be, this is almost like a peer learning session. Where we just, present our stories with most of them are fellow storytellers or aspiring to be storytellers, and then take feedback from them. That was the basic concept. So every month we invite three storytellers, sometimes even four have joined, who will then go on to perform stories. So we kind of talk through to them and then give them some mini training, whatever is possible. This becomes the platform for that. So today is one more session where we have three fabulous tellers presenting stories on Kamishibai style of telling, with that style. So without wasting too much time, we'll go with the first teller of today. Our first teller is Rajashree, who has already performed with us before. So I could, we can't call her a debutante, but she's a serious striker. And here it is. Rajashree Suraj is an educator, professional storyteller, and founder of Story Gulps, a platform dedicated to creating engaging interactive storytelling experiences for children. A certified storyteller from Catalaya, she incorporates puppetry, visual props, music, movement, and audience participation to foster imagination, creativity, language development, and a lifelong love of reading. She conducts storytelling and read aloud sessions for schools, libraries, bookstores, learning centers, birthday celebrations, and community events. Through Story Gulps, she creates immersive experiences that children can truly connect with and remember. So over to Rajashree. Rajashree is here. Yes, Rajashree.
So thank you to IKA, Ramya ma'am and Seema ma'am for this very exciting platform. And I would also like to thank the Japan Digital Archive from where I have taken out the stories. So today's story is a very special story. It's based on a Japanese folk tale. So I'm sure all of you here are excited to hear what the story is all about, and I'm equally excited to share this wonderful story with all of you. So without further ado, let's begin the story. So here we go. Abracadabra, gilly gilly choo, and we have the story. So today's story is called The Story of the Moon Rabbit. Now, as the picture depicts, we have a beautiful moon and we have a beautiful rabbit. I'm sure many of you who have visited Japan might have seen a rabbit, an image of a rabbit on a moon. And this is something which brings good luck. It is believed that in most Asian cultures, it is something which brings good luck. And there's a very interesting story behind it that is followed across many of these Asian cultures. And I'm here to share a wonderful story with all of you. So, long ago, many centuries ago, there were three friends. They were the best of buddies. So let's see who are all part of the trio. So we have the monkey, and we have the rabbit, and of course the fox. The fox, the monkey, the rabbit were the best of buddies. So anywhere and everywhere they went, they did everything together. They played together and they had lots of fun together. And their most favorite meeting point was behind the mountains. They would love to go around there and they would love to play there and interact with each other. But one fine day, they heard a sound. They heard a tiny little sound. And it looked as if somebody was in pain. And together, all three of them decided to follow the sound. And very slowly, as they went closer and closer and closer, what do you think that was? There was a man, and he seemed to be in pain, and he was shivering and looked like he was not at all in a good state. Now, all of the three friends had a very good heart. So, very carefully, they went closer, closer, and closer to the man and asked him, "Oh, mister, where are you from? Why do you look so weak? What happened?" asked the fox. And the man, in his very jittery voice, said, "Oh, looks like I have not had anything for days. I'm hungry. I am thirsty. I have nothing to eat. I've had nothing to eat. I'm famished. Please get me something to eat. Please get me some food." Hearing this, the three friends said, "Looks like this man hasn't eaten for days, and we should be helping him." So together, all of the three friends decided to set out for finding out the perfect food for helping out the man. So the fox went about his way, and so did the monkey, and very closely the little rabbit followed them. And they walked and walked and walked, and each of them had a plan in mind. Now, if you see, the fox was somebody who could hunt. He was a very good hunter. He was adept at hunting. But what about the monkey? The monkey was somebody who was superb at climbing trees. He could hang onto the branches and he could collect so many different fruits. But what about the little rabbit? The little rabbit was in confusion. He was in a confused state. He didn't know what to do. He really wanted to be of help, but he was completely in a confused state. He didn't know what to do. So off went the monkey and he jumped onto the tree and he found red juicy apples. And he decided to pluck each and every apple, and he said, looks like this could really help the man. It could really help him to satiate his hunger. And then let's see what the fox was up to. The fox walked and walked and walked. And what do you think he found? He found a beautiful little stream. And from the stream, he decided to do a little fishing. And what do you think he came up with? He was able to catch so many fishes. Fishes do you see in the picture? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, now Mr. Fox had collected so many fishes. Mr. Monkey had managed to collect so many apples. But our little rabbit was still in a confused state. He said, the person who we are going to help is a human, and the only thing that I can collect is the grass. But do you think the humans eat grass? No, 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 not at all. The humans don't eat grass at all. And poor rabbit was looking around here and there, up and down, and he could not find anything to help the rabbit with, or sorry, he could not find anything to help the old man with. So he decided to see what his friends had brought about. And as they went closer and closer to the man, the fox and the monkey decided to take out their bounty. And what do you think they found? Oh, there were so many red juicy fruits, and there were so many fishes for the man to offer. But poor rabbit had nothing to offer. He said, looks like both of you have been of great help. But me, I have nothing to offer him, said the rabbit. And just then a thought struck him. He said, humans love meat. And he said, let me seek some help from my friends. So he said, little fox and little monkey, can you quickly run and get me some wood, some firewood? And both his friends were confused. They thought, why is the rabbit asking for some firewood? But there was a bigger plan in the rabbit's mind. So he decided to collect all of the firewood. And what do you think he was about to do? He decided to light a red flaming fire. And his idea was something which was the highest of all. He wanted to sacrifice himself. He wanted to jump onto the red blazing fire, and he wanted to offer himself as the meat for the man. And as he lit the fire burnt red, blazing hot. And now the rabbit said, looks like it's time for me to jump. And he said, so sorry, my man, I have nothing to offer you. I can only offer myself. I can be your food for today, and I will help you to regain your strength back. So, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, as the rabbit was about to jump, something magical happened. The old man woke up and he transformed himself into somebody magical. He was no ordinary man. He was, in fact, the Lord of the Moon. He was the God of the Moon. He had descended from the moon all by himself, and he wanted to do a little test. And looking at all of the animals who had helped, especially the rabbit, he quickly went towards the rabbit and said, "Oh, my dear rabbit, oh, my little kind creature, you have been of great help. You have been somebody who has been so selfless, and you have sacrificed your life for me. You have to be given a special status. I am going to ensure that you will be accompanying me to the beautiful moon. And from today on, everybody would see you as the symbol of selflessness, as the symbol of being, as a symbol of being kind and compassionate. And from that day on, always, always on a full moon night, if you see a tiny little outline, what do you think it is? It is our little rabbit helping, helping the moon god to pound, to pound something special, a rice cake for the festival, for the harvest festival in Japan. And this is something that you could see. This motive is something that you could find all across the Asian countries. And thus, the rabbit became a constant in the moon. He found his special place in the moon. So, I hope you all enjoyed this story. And thank you so much for being a wonderful audience.
Aww. That was so beautiful, Rajashree. I was just mesmerized.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
the beautiful telling that accompanied such a soulful story, I think that made the story so much more beautiful. It was I don't know, I really became like a very young child, just mesmerized and looking into your beautiful eyes and the way you were, slowly unfolding the story. Such a wonderful story, and thank you for bringing this beautiful story to all of us,
Thank you,
Rajashree.
ma'am.
A good
Thank
selection
you for
Yeah.
the
and
Yes.
opportunity.
beautifully told.
You took us to the moon and over and beyond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Such a lovely story to start with. Yes, audience. Any reflections, anything that you'd like to share? Yes.
May I?
Yes, please, please, please.
It's I mean the way she was telling it was amazing. I mean like
Yes.
her pauses and she kept changing her voice and the card so perfectly. Very good, Rajeshri. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Loads to learn from you.
And
Lovely.
children
Yes.
will be really captivated if they listen to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We can
Okay,
move
then
on to
we'll
the
move
next
on
tell.
to the second teller. Okay. Uh, Our second teller today is Neena Girish, founder of Little Storytellers, is an award-winning school librarian, author, educator, story coach, awareness ambassador, and founding member of Storytellers Hub at Spectrum, the Awareness Project. She's a member at KT Global Kathashtakam, Indian Kamishibai Association, CSF Indian Storytelling Network, Feast. She's a podcast creator who believes in transformative power of storytelling. Formerly a librarian at St. Paul's School, Housecast, New Delhi, she now leads a dynamic storytelling sessions for educators, facilitates training programs rooted in narrative pedagogy, and hosts podcasts that explore the intersection of education and creativity. Her work bridges the gap between storytelling and teaching, helping learners, educators, and communities rediscover the human voice at the heart of learning. She's been a regular performer at IKA. She's also performed at Kalagoda Festival in Mumbai, at the Kukruku Lit Fest in Bangalore, and we can't wait to hear to Neena Girish. Over to you.
Thank you, Seema, for the warm and lovely welcome. I hope I'm audible. So
Yes,
thank you
yes.
all for joining today. So yeah, so many times we feel we look into ourselves like, what good are we, right? Most of us go through this, and we look at others. Often there are comparisons. They do that, this, and so here's a story that I have taken from Story Weavers, A Room to Read. It's about a small. Let's explore that. So I give the credit to Story Weavers for such beautiful stories that we are able to use and adapt as per the need. So this is written by Sayyida Farzana, and Mahbubur Rahman is an illustrator. A beautiful story. I'll call it a picture book or a picture story with few words. So without further ado, let's move to the story. So here you can see there are green color grass. It is a forest area, and here, look here, a small firefly. Isn't deep thought? Looking around, he can see green grass, and there the ladybug, and what not. But there is a pause. Something deep is going on inside the firefly's mind. What is it thinking? Looking around. Look at the grass. It looks so green. The forest looks so beautiful. And me? And then gradually, see, there is some white color as well, not just green. And then once while traveling through the forest, the firefly is again thinking, look here, the green trees, the forest, everything so beautiful. And for me, look at me. What qualities do I have? Everything is colorful, and I'm just a small fly. What quality do I have? I'm thinking this. The firefly travels around, and there, look at the grasshopper. The color green, and it is green leaves. Around the green shades help it hide from predators, safeguards itself. And me? What am I good for? What do I have? This question kept on moving around. Now, the question is not yet answered. Gradually, the firefly flies around, and there, beautiful garden of flowers, yellow, red, and look, the butterflies dancing around. Ah, colorful butterflies. How beautiful they all look. It's as if it's a picture somebody has drawn, created using acrylic paint and all those things. Looks like picture perfect. And look at me, the firefly. What do I have? Again, moving around. Ah, the white color is also so beautiful. But then again, look at the weaver bird, yellow color. And look at the speed with which it is weaving its nest, as if somebody has taught it how to weave. A tailor, the perfect natural tailor, weaving around, and how beautiful it is. Lots to learn from the bird. And then again, what do I have? This question is not leaving the firefly. Now look again. Next to the white patch, there is a tree. And look what? Look at that tiny, weeny spider which has woven its web. The web is, you cannot break it. So strong. It's moving around and spinning a beautiful creation. And me, what am I doing? I'm doing nothing, just moving around and looking at others. Am I good or capable of doing something? This thought was still going on. And then the firefly comes across the buzzing bees, the group of bees. Enjoying the nectar, collecting the nectar. And by evening, you know what will happen to the nectar that has been collected by the bees? And again, poor little firefly. Everybody is doing something, helping nature, helping others. What am I doing? When will I find myself? What am I worth of? Now, thinking slowly, the bee moves around and she is reflecting on everything that she comes across and still not happy with what not understanding what good she is. And then, with this thought deep inside, she is moving around. And, she's just thinking deep, closing her eyes. And suddenly she flies across the river, not bothered what is happening. She's deep in thought. The question, what do I have? What am I good for? And then suddenly she hears a voice that says, hey, little fly, firefly, don't you worry. Listen to me. When the darkness comes, you will see what do you have. And the firefly is surprised. What? When the darkness comes, I'll come to know what I have. Let me see. Let me wait. And there is, but this is not dark. White again. And slowly it started getting dark. The river was dark now. The things around the green tree, everything was dark. Look at that. What is this? There is a shining light. Oh my God. Where is this light coming from? And then suddenly the firefly looks down. Ah, it's me. It's me. I am shining like the stars. I am shining like the lights that I see across when I go to the cemented places. Oh my God, I am capable of spreading light across in the darkness. This is me. I can't thank the river enough for letting me know what good I am. And see how happy the firefly was. And finally, he could identify what good he was. And the firefly was happy moving around. Now nobody could stop him in the dark because he was spreading light and happiness for everyone, those who were, there's no street light in the forest. There's no light even in the main national highway. So the firefly is so happy moving around saying, la la la, see, I found myself. So I am worth of what I have. So I don't need to look here and there. I don't need to compare me with anyone. Everybody has some or the other thing within ourselves. It's just we need to look inside, understand. And yes, of course, we will have some good friends like the river who will tell us to look into ourselves than blaming ourselves. So the firefly was a symbol of identification. To identify what it had, it took some time, but to accept it and love yourself. That is what the firefly has to tell all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ram.
Wow. Woohoo. Thank you. Loved it. Such a beautiful story, Neena ji. And what a wonderful message. I think that's really stands out, the good choice of story and the lovely message to look within and find, what we are all capable of. So great. I love the way you narrated the story and took us through this journey. It was like a river flowing for me. So thank you so much. Loved it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neena ji. Many of the people often tell us, those are non-storyteller types, whenever you pick up a children's book or a picture book, which we are always collecting, they're like, hey, these are children's stories. But there's just so much. I think once you understand a child's book, that is where your true journey begins, isn't it? To have light in turn, to be able to have light in the dark. That is the message. That's the message. Thank you so much. Yes, audience, anything, please feel free.
Beautiful message and very well told. Very well conveyed.
Thank
This
you.
will work
Thank you.
very well for children with inclusion.
Yes. Thank you so
I
much.
loved
Means
the
a lot.
story. I
Love
enjoyed
the
it.
story. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you.
Neena, your story actually touched me deeply. The way you narrated it made me feel as though I was right there experiencing it alongside you. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Sushma. Thank you. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you. Yes, we now move on to the next teller, who actually, today we have such a fabulous lineup of storytellers with such work that I'm mumbling and fumbling as I'm reading their bio. So please bear with me. It's not my fault, it is theirs, okay? Because they have such absolutely wonderful credentials. So here it goes. Miss Neha Dinesh, founder of Bond Over Bindings, flagship center partner of Katalaya Story Space, trainer, storyteller, and an ex-HR leader. A certified Katalaya storyteller at heart and book curator by choice. At Bob, Bond Over Bindings, Neha believes every book is a voice waiting to be heard, and every reader is searching for a story meant just for them. She has curated story festivals at multiple spaces in collaboration with organizations like the Merchant of Happiness, Katalaya, and preschool centers. In her earlier corporate avatar, Neha has led HR leadership roles in Flipkart, Diageo, Ernst& Young, LLP, and Unilever. Founder of Bond Over Bindings, an exclusive children's bookstore with over 20,000 plus diverse books across genres, languages, possibilities, have led curated storytelling sessions, imagination labs, puppet shows, community art experiences for children and families covering 10,000 plus children and 18,000 plus learning hours. On a mission to build an ecosystem which fosters joyful reading, cultures, and meaningful childhood experiences, Neha Dinesh is here with yet another beautiful story. Over to Neha. Are you here, Neha? Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you. Thank you, Seema. I think the introduction is a lot more in writing than actually, but on a mission here to celebrate stories with all of you. Thank you, IK, for having me. Thank you, friends and family, for joining this session. So here it goes. All right. So I think all of us have our favorite food quirks, right? I think how many of us have poha with ketchup? And how many of us love dunking our fries in ice cream or putting chili on guavas or chaat masala on watermelons, right? And there would be many of us who would be looking at that. Oh, what? Why would you eat something like that? Isn't it? So, this is a very special story inspired from a book about a little girl who had her quirky likes about food. But this story is primarily a story about love, conviction, and triumph. So, here it goes. This is the story about this little girl, Wee. That's what we're going to call her. Wee loves going to school. She loves studying. She has a lot of friends. And of course, they catch up a lot during the lunch break times. And on those times, she shares her favorite sandwiches with her friend, Novi. And most of all, she loves Novi's mother's sandwich. Novi's mom, as per her, is the best chef ever. So whenever there's a break time, we would just grab on to the sandwich just like that and crunch. She would first feel the crisp of the lettuce, which is slid right in between the sandwich. Ooh la la. And of course, then would come the sweet and tangy flavor of the sweet onion sauce that would be drizzled beautifully across all of the sandwich. And then would be the juiciest, yummiest flavor packed patty that she would enjoy with a big bite. But wait, today was something different. As she was biting through, she felt a creamy texture hit her tongues. Her taste buds just exploded with the umami flavor that was felt all around her. She looked at her friend. Noe, what's that? What was that? And Noe replied, Oh, that must be the new garlic spread that Mama has made. She did try it on the sandwich. Did you like it? Like it? I love it. I love it. I love garlic. Well, that's all right for anybody. But this girl who just fell in love with garlic actually came from a family of vampires. Yes, like all of us know, there are two things that vampires hate most. One, of course, is the daylight. Thankfully, our story box is at 8 p.m. tonight. But the second thing that they hate the most is garlic. But we just happen to fall in love with garlic. Well, as she skipped through home, you know what happened? The parents felt, do I smell garlic? Did you just have garlic? Mm-hmm. Papa Mooney moaned. He was like, oh, you know what's going to happen, You could bloat, 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 and pop. Mama Maloney was just hysterical. She hollered, oh, you could just melt. What's going to happen now? Oh, God. Auntie Fang just fainted. Uncle Drac just happened to call the telephone emergency and said, hey, V11, are you there? The little cousins just hid behind the curtains, almost as if something is about to explode. And they all peeked through, slowly, slowly, 1 minute, almost like a ticking time bomb. But nothing really happened. She was like, I'm all right. What's wrong? But that's when everybody gathered around Wee and they looked at her. Are you all right? Is everything okay? Are you burnt? Are you squelching? Are you bloating? Are you about to melt? But nothing has really happened. But everybody gathered around her, almost like an intervention, and said, we, vampires and garlic don't go together. He was like, but why? You know, like any other children and the 100 whys that we have to answer. Papa Mooney said, because our grandfathers and fathers said so. But why? Oh, but everybody in the community, the entire vampire community has been telling this ages. But why? When you have 3 whys and 4 whys and 5 whys, I think all of us parents had that one final Brahmastra. And the Brahmastra is because I say so, period. So no's, no ifs, no buts, garlic and vampires don't go together. Never, ever, 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 ever. Done? Deal? But we, like any other Gen Zs and like all of us little children, honestly, was not convinced. And like all of us, we decided to do something about it. She went on to Google. She went to ChatGPT. She spoke to the old bats. She did a focus group interview. She looked for different things on YouTube. That is there any proof? She read huge books. She went to the big old batty libraries and, of course, found a huge book called the 999 Investigation Cases. And can I tell you something? She did not find a single case where any vampire was ever hurt by garlic. So we was convinced that vampires and garlic are good. But who's going to convince her parents? She did presentations, she made diagrams, and of course, she made the typical reel and videos to say, who is garlic friendly or is garlic foe? But her parents, her aunts, her uncles, her cousins, they were not impressed. She rebelled, she protested, she appealed. But nothing really worked. In fact, they were so horrified, that they put up posters everywhere, on every door, even the fridge door as you see it. No garlic talk, no garlic products, no garlic poetry, no garlic art, no garlic crafts, no garlic eating friends, just no talking about garlic. Yeah. Well, such were the days. But after a little while, it so happened that everybody in the family happened to fall ill sick. They were coughing, they were sniffing. Nobody had the energy to even get up. They were all weak. Oh, Papa, can you chop a little? No, I can't. Aunt, can you stir a little? I can't. But we was quite fine. You see, the rest of the family had something called the bat viral flu, and it had caught on everybody except we. So they all weakly asked her, could you help us with something little warm today? We're very hungry and we're tired. Could you please help us? Wee's eyes twinkled. I think I know just what to do. And she went to the kitchen. She put on a cauldron, put a little hot pot. She put in the bigly worms, the moon moss, the beetroot juice, the green moss, the bobbing eyes. And while the cauldron was bubbling, she went through her pocket and put a tiny little glove. Rhymo, zymo, skiddle-dee-wock. Here's the soup I need to make. Yeah, pudding gum, tails and feet. Time for slurping, time for the treat. And when it was all ready, she gave a big clap. Dinner is served. Everybody came in scrambling somehow. They all lifted a bowl each. Their lips danced. The world twirled. It was divine. They took their firsts. They took their seconds. They took their thirds. I said, we didn't know you're such a lovely cook. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Morning, afternoon, and night. The soups were getting off from the kitchen to everybody. And within 3 days, what do you think would have happened? Everybody was feeling so much better. The eating hadn't stopped, the twirling hadn't stopped, the happiness hadn't stopped. And they said, you should make more of these. And as this was going on, Mama Mooney, like all of us mums, right, often want to check, how's the state of my kitchen, isn't it? So she walked into the kitchen, and while all of them were discussing outside, she hollered, what did you do? Did you just use a lot of garlic? Everybody froze. I think I'm gonna melt. Oh no, I think I'm gonna pop. No, I'm gonna squelch. Oh no, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Well, we waited. 1 minute. Pandemonium everywhere, chaos, everybody, nobody knew what to do. Father is taking his cape and running around literally like that. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. We finally asked, "Are you all right? Is anybody hurt? Any popping, any squelching, any burning?" They touched themselves. All was good, nothing wrong. And we smiled and said, "There, I rest my case." They all blinked. And they're like, "I think that's all right." Yeah, there was no popping. There was no squelching. Everybody loved it. And that's when everybody in V's family said, "You know what, even we love garlic." So Papa Mooney loved garlic. Mama Meloni loved garlic. Auntie Fang got there. Uncle Drac loved garlic. Cousins loved garlic. And eventually, just like we, everybody loved garlic. And that's how the vampire family and garlic lived happily ever after. Thank you very much. And that's a story inspired by this beautiful book called We Loved Garlic, written by a wonderful friend, Richa Jha, published by Richa Jha's foundation organization called Pickle Yolk. And this beautiful pictures are created by 2 students from Pune Learning Institute. So kudos to them too.
Wow. Amazing. Beautiful. Loved it,
And we
Neha.
rest our case too. We
I know.
love the garlic story.
Yes, yes, yes.
Such a
Very
lovely.
beautiful story and very beautifully narrated. And even the artwork, I mean, the students did that. I'm like, wow. Wow. So beautiful. The story, the cards, and the way you narrated, and so full of life and so much expressions on your face. And I was like, wow, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you so
And
much.
we love Gianna peeking from behind.
Yes.
Yeah, she was literally telling me the script that, "Oh, you forgot one line on garlic." I said,
Oh.
Oh my God. You made us all hungry with all those yummy,
Exactly.
soupy descriptions that you were giving. We were all like,
Yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes. So we'll open the room for anyone who wants to give a feedback, anyone who wants to share something. Please feel love.
Neha, it was amazing. Your eyes are extremely expressive, and like Ramya and Seema said, not only the story nice, I mean, you're hooked to it. The illustrations, you must congratulate your students. They've done a fabulous job with it. Very nice. And your eyes are very expressive, even when your face is hiding behind the Kamishibai thing, your eyes are speaking a lot.
Gosh,
Very
means
good.
a lot coming from you, Geeta ma'am. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yes.
It's been a wonderful evening, wonderful lineup. All three
Yes.
storytellers.
Yes. I think we moved from the moon to we were while discussing from the moon to somewhere in between, and then finally we landed with a thud, but with vampires.
it's vampires.
So I
Wow,
think we are
Neha,
all
that was
story-sucking
really
vampires.
wonderful.
Yes, yes, yes.
Neha, was
Hi,
this your
Neha.
maiden Kamishibai
This was
performance?
Yeah, yeah, in a way, yes. This is very difficult to set up, and thanks to Seema and you guys to help prep for that. Hi, Seema auntie. Hi, Seema
hi,
auntie.
hi, Neha. That was wonderful. Very, very nice. Very good narration. And by the way, I have to tell you something. I don't eat garlic. You are tempting me. You tempted me to taste now.
My God.
Good
I
one.
think that was
Wonderful
the idea
story.
behind the story. Yeah.
Excellent narration. Very good. Very expressive.
We,
All the best.
we need to have soup under the full moon with the fireflies and, like
Yeah,
Exactly.
oh gosh, that's
it's a
something.
I
combination
think
of all three stories.
that is the need of the hour. The soup. Come on, Neha, we are coming to your place for that lovely soup. Just like the lovely story. Fabulous. Loved it. Loved it.
Thank you.
Love
Thank
that
you.
same bit too.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Neena, you'd wanted to say something?
Salome also has her hand up.
Okay.
Yes, so
Salome, yeah.
yes, Ramya, Seema, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
yes.
We can. We can.
Okay. I generally never tend to make it for an entire event. Either it's my network or somebody's at the door and stuff like that. But this time I managed to sit through all the three stories and they were so beautiful. And I think Geeta ma'am summed it up beautifully, where we are going to have soup under the moon and, with the fireflies. So it was a beautiful, a very nice end to a Sunday evening. All three of you were fabulous. And I think the illustration was so different with every story and so much to learn. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Neena, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say because I couldn't say tell Rajashree also. So beautiful that cutie chulbuli expressions and the way she took off. I just loved it because I've heard her before also. And Neha, watching you offline was something different. And today online, Kamishibai, wonderful to start off. Love the way. And as
I showed you the heart. This is the heart.
yeah. And yes, as Geeta ma'am said, from moon to fireflies and then garlic soup, for soup and garlics. So thank you so much, Seema. Thank you, Ramya. Because every time I do this, we're falling in love with this art form. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for having us and actually guiding us through how to use this in different ways. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a delight it was. What a wonderful treat of stories to all of you who is here, who's been a part of Indian Kamishibai Association. Every month we have these sessions. So next month, if you want to tell, do write to us. It's just a very learning, safe, wonderful, fun space where we all, without too much of pressure to perform, we just come here, bring and share our stories, and that's how we all grow. So that's the idea of this. So from IK, the month of August is going to be fun because we have Kamishibai Katha, where we integrate Indian stories, Indian art forms with Kamishibai style, of course. The other one is the Tezukuri Kamishibai thing we are doing. Seema, do you want to just talk about it?
Yeah.
Just
So
let our
basically,
audience know what it is.
yes, so we have started on an initiative online already where we have chosen two stories. Tezukuri is where we all sit together basically and do hand work or hand painted cards. So here, what we've done online, we had such an amazing response that it became a little overwhelming for Amya and I. We wanted to do one story. We ended up doing two stories now, where each one has been given a card. And from all over India, people are sitting, and we are planning on getting some stories to our library cards, which means IKA, if I think for the benefit of all those who are new here, IKA has lot of ready-made story cards. In case you want it for your performances, please contact Ramya or join us on our IKA WhatsApp group. You'll keep getting the updates. But the plan also is to take this beyond online in August to the actual physical, a location under the tree where a seasoned artist will teach us how to do the cards. Like again, same, each one of us will do one card. So by the end of the session, we have a story card ready. So we will announce this very soon. This will happen at
A lot of
Bangalore.
fun things in the pipeline.
So August is going to be lots of fun, but we'll have something in July also. So please follow us on our Insta pages, our Facebook pages, join our groups. And I think someone was also asking for Butai, the box where it will be available. It is getting ready as we speak, so should be available shortly. For all that, please contact us,
Yeah, do
join the
I'm just
IK
putting
group.
Indian Kamishiba Association Gmail on the chat in case, so you can write to us and we'll get in touch with you.
Yes, yes, yes. So thank you. Good night. Have a wonderful day and join us even in the next monthly Storybox session. Thank Thank you.
Thank you so much for organizing this and taking all this effort. Thank you so much. It's awesome. Awesome
Thank
to
you,
meet so
ma'am.
many people.
Yes, yes, yes.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you. Thank you to all. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.